Here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. In an audio of a phone call obtained by CBS News, President Trump is heard pressuring Georgia's Republican Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger on Saturday to recalculate results of the state's election, which President-elect Biden narrowly won. In the call, the president said, quote, "I just want to find 11,780 votes." After the release of the audio of the president's call, multiple Democrats on Capitol Hill are now calling for a criminal investigation. Long-term care associations are pushing for more help from the federal government as people caring for the most vulnerable population continue to struggle. The recent pandemic relief spending bill signed by the president includes additional funds for long-term care facilities. But a national association says it's not enough. According to the CEO of the National Center for Assisted Living, nearly 2/3 of long-term care facilities are at a loss, and hundreds of facilities are in danger of closing permanently. Many long-term care associations are adding that even with vaccines beginning to roll out, additional funding is still needed because it could take months for every facility to be fully protected. A 59-year-old St. Louis area resident is dead following an officer-involved shooting yesterday afternoon in Jefferson City. JCPD responded to a disturbance around 1 p.m. at the Wildwood Crossing Shopping Center on Missouri Boulevard. A media release from the department did not clarify if an officer killed the St. Louis resident or how many people were involved. Now, Southeast Kansas Meat Locker is expanding to try and better meet skyrocketing demand. The owners of Bronson Locker in Bronson, Kansas say since the pandemic hit, they've seen demand go through the roof. To compensate, they're adding a new cutting area, a second freezer, and about a dozen more staff. The owners say while they may be booked through the end of the year, they do have the occasional cancellation. So if you need something processed, they ask that you call and they'll see what they can do. That's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door.